Episode 3. The strangers are lycans. We can tell by their eye color. All lycans except for the royals have the same eye color, gray. The royal bloodline has purple eyes. Hi, I am looking for a woman called Nora, but I think my aura frightened these two before I could ask them, he said and scratched the back of his neck. Well, my name is Nora, and these two behind me are Mia and her son, Josh. They are Omegas. If I aren't too rude, I want to ask you to move away from the Jeep so they can leave. I say, while smiling gently at him. What? Yes, of course. I am really sorry. I didn't mean to scare them, he said and moved away from the car. He actually moved quite far so the tension lessened and both Mia and Josh could get up without a problem. I helped them get into the Jeep while assuring them the entire time that I would be okay. I waved them off and waited until I couldn't see the Jeep anymore. I'm really sorry that I scared your friends. It wasn't my intention, the man said, and I turned around to look at him. Thank you for apologizing, mister. I said slowly and realized I didn't know his name. My name is Ben, he said and gave me a gentle smile. Nice to meet you, Beta Ben, I answered and bowed. No need to bow. How did you know that I'm the Beta though? Ben asked and raised a brow. I smiled and took out the list that I had folded and put inside my pocket. I showed him that, and he nodded while reading it. Yeah, one problem though, Ben said. What is that? I was confused. One of the princes is coming too. Ben's eyes sparkled dangerously, and I nodded. Wait, what? What prince? One of your princes? The Lycan kingdom's prince? But, did we know this? We didn't. OMG, what are we going to do? I panicked while walking around in circles. Yeah, Nora. Can we go inside perhaps, and I will try to explain this. Ben interrupted my inner monologue. I nodded and then shook my head to try to clear my thoughts while I took the lead inside the mansion. Ben chuckled behind me. While I showed him the rooms, he began to explain about the prince's decision. I nodded while my brain tried to keep up with the information, and I stopped once and banged my head into the wall. Are you okay, Nora? Ben asked with concern in his voice. Yeah, I'm okay now. I say and force my brain to work. I have a job to do. I can have a mental breakdown another day. I showed Ben all the rooms while asking him which one he wanted and if the colors were okay. Then I showed him the big bathroom with a bathtub big enough for 5 people, the living room, the playroom with Xbox and all other kinds of games that I have never played. The kitchen is restocked so they can fix their food, and then I showed him the pool outside, and since it's still warm outside, the water will be nice as well. At last I explained about the forest that surrounds the mansion. We have marked up the boundaries to the other 2 packs with flags in the trees. One of our neighboring packs aren't so kind to trespassers, while the other will accept anyone as long as they aren't rogues. We took a seat at the bench by the pool, and Ben asked one of the questions I wanted to avoid. How come your wolf isn't affected by my aura? Don't you have a wolf? Or perhaps have you not shifted yet? I took a deep breath and began to explain while trying to hold back my tears. I haven't shifted yet, but I have my wolf. She came 2 years later than the others, but as we haven't shifted, I often get bullied, but I am one of the top warriors in my pack. A late bloomer. That's okay though. We get ours by the age of 18 and shift by the age of 21 anyway, Ben shrugs. I was 18 when she came, but she told me that we weren't strong enough to shift then. I say and look down, feeling sad. Is it okay if I try something? It won't hurt, I promise. Ben says and tilts his head, and I nod. Ben takes my hands in his, and I shiver when I see his eyes flick to black, letting forward his Lycan. My wolf perks up and is curious about what is happening, so I let her see through my eyes. What the hell? Ben says and pulls away his hands. My wolf retreats with a loud huff. Oh, I just thought you were my mate, and my Lycan could call your wolf forward, but we aren't, so I'm sorry if I surprised you. Ben said, and I looked at him. Nora. It's me, Mom. Sandra spoke with the alpha, and he gives you one more day, so you can be in the tournament tomorrow if you want, honey. Tell Sandra that I am happy. Thanks, Mom. Sure, honey. Oh, and Sandra said that you and Emily don't need to eat dinner with us tonight. Don't forget that we love you, honey. Ben had been waiting patiently for me to finish with the mind link. You look a bit more happy, but at the same time really sad. Was it because of me? Ben asks, and I sigh and shake my head. No, it isn't because of you, it is because of me. I suppose I can tell you now since after tomorrow, everyone will know anyway. My alpha is kicking me out. He is a proud man and takes high pride in his pack, and when something isn't as it should be, like a wolfless girl, he turns them rogue. But he knows that I already have my wolf and is still going to kick me out if I don't shift. But our Luna did not know about my wolf, and so she made him change his mind a little. So instead of turning me rogue tomorrow on my birthday, it will happen the day after tomorrow. Yay for me. I explained and jumped out of my seat as a ringing of growls were heard. It wasn't just one loud growl, but 7 of them as I turned around toward the forest and saw 6 more well-built men that looked yummy enough to eat. That's outrageous, one of them said. Completely. We must tell the prince. Or the king. What kind of alpha can do this to their own pack member? Okay, stop. You guys are scaring Nora. Ben said and shook his head. I'm fine, thank you. May I know your names so I can check the list, please? I say and bring out the list as the other guys approach. Sure, no problem, but is there something wrong with your wolf? A usual wolf would be showing signs of submission right about now, especially since we are so many at one place. One of the men asks. He is really hot. I don't know. I haven't shifted yet. I shrug. Okay. Anyway, my name is Daniel. These 2 are twins, Andre and Gray. They are warriors. Linus, Lucas, and Anton are warriors in training. Then there are 3 more coming, Tristan, Fred, and Nick along with the prince. Daniel says with a wide smile. Okay, so we have the beta, the gamma, 2 warriors, 3 warriors in training present. Then a beta in training and the delta along with Tristan and the prince are coming along. What is Tristan's rank? I say while I make some notes on the list. As I look up, I notice all of them staring at me. Nora is cool. She has everything under control here. Tristan doesn't have a rank. No, wait, I guess he would be the prince's personal assistant. Ben says while laughing. Great, then I have everything. So the ball is tomorrow night. What do you guys want to do before then? I ask and look at them. Well, what do you suggest then, Nora? Daniel asks and winks at me. Well, we do have a big forest and there is a pool right here. I begin to say, but stop as the guys begin to laugh. I look between them confused. What? Ask them. Well, Daniel is flirting with you and your suggestions were all things where we need to undress so. The guy named Gray says and smiles at me while pointing at Daniel. Daniel looks really happy, but I can see he is blushing slightly. Cute. I blush way too hard now as I can feel my cheeks getting hot. Well. Then I remember what Emily told me before and I become sad once more.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.